How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91, and this time I'm reviewing another episode of Arrow Reviews Thursdays, and this time I'm reviewing Season 3, Episode 3 of Arrow. And what happens on this week's Arrow in this flashback scenes, we get flashbacks of Thea and Marlon going to Coral Martinez, and we see Thea's training, and we see that Marlon started off training him as like his daughter, and he saw that that wasn't working and that was a mistake, and he had to start training her like he was trained by the League of Assassins, and he starts being more tougher on her, and we see how she becomes what she is now. And that's all that really happened in the flashback scenes. What's happening in the present day, Oliver, Roy, and Diggle go to Coral Martinez, and the reason Diggle goes is just Lila wants Diggle to go because one of her artist agents that are there has gone dark and he ain't checked in lately. So Diggle goes with Oliver and them, and when Diggle's there, he meets up with this guy, and we find out that this guy is trying to sell artist information to the highest bidder. That way he could get away from Amanda Waller and stop doing the stuff that she's had him do. And he's a good guy, he just goes about it the wrong way, and Diggle stops him because if this information gets out, it can jeopardize his family. And so Diggle and Oliver stop this guy from selling this information that he's trying to sell, and the way they do this is they take down his army that he bought, and then they take down the potential buyers and get the information and take them back with them. Well, during this episode, Oliver and Roy talk to Thea, and at first Thea doesn't want to come back, and Oliver realizes that he has to tell her the truth. And Diggle tells him if he tells her the truth, he knows that this can make him lose Thea altogether. And Oliver says that's a risk he's willing to take. So he tells Thea about their father Robert Queen making it off the Queen's Gambit with him, and even though he at the beginning of season 1 he told her that he drowned, he tells her the truth and tells her how Robert Queen shot himself to let Oliver live, and he told Thea that their parents sacrificed themselves so they can live, and the only way they can live is they're together. And that's what makes Thea want to come back to Starling City. And she tells Michael Merlin this, and Michael Merlin doesn't want her to go at first, and she says she's ready, and then they have a duel, and Michael Merlin lets her win, and she goes to Starling City with Oliver, Roy, and Diggle. And during this, back in Starling City, Laurel is trying to help this woman in her AA class that's being abused by her boyfriend, and she goes out and attacks this guy, and she gets banged up a good bit, and her father asks her why she's doing this, and she still doesn't tell him that Sarah's been murdered. And at the end of the episode, there's an anonymous tip on this guy that beat Laurel, and now he's in the jailhouse, and Quentin is the one that called it in. It just doesn't say that in this episode. And at the end of the episode, they all get back, and Oliver and Roy's talking at the Arrow Cave, and Nissa shows up and asks where Sarah is. And the only other real thing that happened is that Felicity got into a hard drive of Applied Sciences, so Ray Palmer can get the information he needs to make his atom suit. That's all that really happened on this episode. My question for y'all is, now that Nissa is in Starling City, what will happen now? As always, this is Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, GG's awesome. This has been another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.